everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we've got an unboxing for you. This is a game called Fallen Land. Now this is a post-apocalyptic game that takes place in the United States. And I mean, you'll have a full United States map. There's lots of different factions you can play as. Let's get down to the table and I'll show you. Now, I will say while I'm doing this unboxing, you'll hear me talk about a one-player variant. I didn't realize that actually is not part of the base game, so I kind of talk about it in this video as if it is. The one-player variant is part of the expansion, which I'll have an unboxing coming out for that right after this unboxing. So stay tuned and check that one out. Let's get to the table and I'll show you what comes with Fallen Land. Hey everybody, real quick, I also want to let you know before we get into the rest of the video about a contest going on for this t-shirt right here from Mr. Meeple. Check the link in the description below for the contest entry, and you've got until about the end of March 2019 to get your entries in, and hopefully you can win this t-shirt from Mr. Meeple. And if you haven't checked them out before, definitely go check out their website. It's pretty awesome. Okay, to the video. All right, so we've got Fallen Land, a post-apocalyptic board game. Game by John Longren, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, and Sean Cahill. We've got, also hope I'm pronouncing your name right, but I believe I've got that one correct. Fallen Dominion published this one, ages 14 plus. It says some mature content, so that maybe for the difficulty or the complexity of the game, but apparently there's going to be some mature content in here as well. 2 to 5 players. There are one-player variants included, which I will be, there's actually 2 different one-player variants, and I'll be filming a video for each of those, and about 1 hour per player. All right, flip it over. It's coming off a little bit, but it is still sealed. And you can see, got this map of the United States in here. Here, let's just get the quick backstory right here. What would happen after a nuclear and biological apocalypse? Fallen Land is set in the ruinous aftermath of post-apocalyptic America and is a thematic board game for 2 to 5 players. It combines the elements of a strategy board game with card building and role-playing. Driven by macabre stories of a world gone mad, players must adapt to the ever-changing variables, the cards, stories, interactions, and threats. You are the leader of a faction of survivors competing against others for primacy. Assign your characters to a party and equip them before sending them out to explore the waste, claim resources, and actualize your agenda. You will also have to manage and build your town to protect your citizens and resources. Players will have to make and break treaties to endure amidst a myriad of bribery and betrayal by the other players. All right. Now, I am interested to see how, with, talking about bribery, betrayal, forming alliances, how that works in the solo play. That's always something tricky to get the feel for something like that correct. Get that same feel in there when making solo variants for games that have that as a key part of the game. All right, so here we go. All right, Fallen Land. So this rulebook, let's see, so we've got a quick reference chart on the back here. All right, we've got 41 pages. Looks like this is, got an index here. I love having indexes. It's always really helpful. Okay. And so 41 pages, but let's see here where the actual rules. So it looks like you're going to start getting the rules on page 3 here. So it's a pretty hefty rule book. Flip through it, you can see it does have a lot of pictures and diagrams and stuff, but it does have a ton of text as well. So this is one of the more complex games, I believe in the high 3s, maybe low 4s. I'll have to double check on BGG. You saw it in the credits at the beginning. You can see, flip through this, all kinds of different equipment it looks like. All right, so what do we got here? So, actually, I'll use the component page here to try to give you an idea of what, so these are going to be, looks like probably town player mats. So here's the Brotherhood, starting location, St. George, Utah. Looks like every faction is going to have some perks. The Blade Cult, Wasteland Scavengers, Down with the Sickness, Survival Instincts, Turn. Oh man, you get this whole story back here too. All right, so let's see. We've got the Brotherhood, the Highwaymen in Sturgis, South Dakota, the Regulators in Amarillo, Texas, New Federalists in Albany, Georgia, Swamp Runners, Shreveport, Louisiana, Syndicate, Battle Mountain, Nevada, Enclave of Terra, the Great Falls, Montana, Coalition of the Black Angel, Iowa City, Iowa, Sigma Corporation, Emporium, Pennsylvania, Sons of Neptune in Grand Haven, Michigan, and we're back to the front. All right. So a lot to choose from there. Here you got the first player sheet. All right. Effects phase, town business phase, party explorers, like party exploits phase, and end turn phase. All right. We got some punch outs here. Punch out nice and easy. That's always good. Token thickness is pretty standard. Got some cool tokens here. Okay. Weak penalty. We got water supplies, medical center, marketplace, machinist shop. A lot of punch outs. Some cool looking ones too. These must be, I think these, yeah, these are going to be the different factions, I guess. So here we've got, looks like probably some health, ammo, I'm assuming. I guess maybe mental health, sanity or something is going to be an issue in the game. Makes sense in an apocalypse. And of course, got to have nuclear and biological hazards. So that's always a thing to worry about. A lot of tokens. Gasoline, of course. What's this TD anyway? That's town defense chips are what those are. And those, let's see, the red ones, those are various types of damage is what you got there. So I'm sure that is like psychological damage, mental damage, something like that. Learning center, energy production, garrison. What's this? Point of interest. Okay. Mission special, mission 1, 2, 3. Okay. Lots of bags. This is becoming more and more standard, and I absolutely love it. Here we've got 4 different 6-sided dice. All right, these feel pretty nice. They are indented too, which I always like that. I love when they're like that instead of just being, you know, just painted right on the surface. A lot less likely to wear out. All right. What are these? Probably faction tokens or something. Yeah, I'm sure that's what these are. Oh yeah. Pretty cool. Party markers is what those are called. Then you got some D10s. Again, pretty standard feeling dice, and they are also etched just like the other ones. All right, here's the board. Let's look at that real quick before we get into the cards. So there we go. There is the United States in a whole world of trouble. So we got down here, we've got the factions. I wonder if the number is the player order, if different factions, you know, always start in, you know, if they always play in the same order. Over here you got a map key. Looks like starting town location. You know, obviously you got for the different factions, okay? Resource location are these spots here. Random location, 1 of 100. So I guess that's what all these different spots are. Plains hex, mountain hex, city hex, radiation hex. So my area is pretty well screwed. Right in here is where I am. So cool. And multiple terrain hex and water hex. Cool. I guess, yes, you got a couple of these waters locations here. Looks like good old Hawaii and Alaska. I don't have anything to do with this anymore. And apparently the border is strong. Nobody is crossing over there at all. You'd think that in an apocalypse that the whole idea of the border would just kind of go away, but not only down here but up in Canada, like it's a pretty solid, yeah, we're just gonna hang out in our own area. We're not gonna really cross the border for whatever unknown reason in the apocalypse. All right, so let's move on to some of these cards. A lot of cards in here. All right, so let's see. Spoil. Well, okay, only 1 spoils in this particular pack. Trunk of Unlimited Disguises. Equipment stowable. Once per turn, if within 1 hex, you may steal 1 spoils card from a party, excluding vehicles, or steal 1 spoils card from a town's auction house. And all these icons down here. All right, now we've got a bunch of character cards here. Now let's... Okay, there's some more spoils. All right, so we've got Beatrice Kendall, the pessimistic nurse. Bonds, the purveyor of ill-gotten goods. Eric Stewart, philosophic barfly and smuggler. Guy Turner, professional prize fighter, even in the apocalypse. Lee Watts, the sheriff. Mac Luther, soldier of fortune. And just keeps going. Chatty repairman, disgruntled postal worker. Whoops. Kung fu instructor. Oh, what's that? Oh, got some spoils in here somehow. Seasoned investigator, cybernetic AIs and sleeper agent. Okay, so we got a sci-fi thing going here. Conniving grease monkey, long-winded salvage mechanic, big game hunter, security analyst, gamer. Hey, okay, well, at least some of us survived. Outrageous comedian. I know who you are. Insightful U.S. history professor, and back to the nurse. Let's look at some more of these spoils. We won't go through all of them, obviously. Okay, they're getting all split up here. There's more characters. We're not gonna look at all the characters here. Got a ranged weapon submachine gun, and then a vintage 45 submachine gun, and a wrist rocker slingshot. There's some more characters. We'll look at a couple of them real quick. The resourceful scavenger, holistic hippie MD, Herculean bouncer. Let's do one more. And the militia guardsman. All right, so, oh my, there's a ton of characters. Look at this. Okay, some of the guy kind of mixed up a little bit, but there's a bunch of them. Got the compact welding and cutting torch here. And, okay, so we'll put those aside. We don't need to look at all these guys. You're getting the idea. Spoils, vendetta daggers. Those look nasty. More characters. There are a bunch. Another spoils. The war wagon. It just keeps going. Let's look at one more. Weapons expert. Yeah, that looks about right. Spoils. We've got the history of world diplomacy. I think that might not work anymore. More characters. A couple more spoils. More characters. So there. I mean, wait. I'm going to show you how many characters. This is just. I'm pretty impressed. I'm guessing that these guys play a big role, but all of those are characters in this game, and all kinds of just crazy ideas here. What do you got here? You got the paranoid arms dealer. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm interested to see exactly how they play into the game. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so planes. I'm guessing. Let's look up here. Okay, so these are encounter cards. So. Let's look and see just one of these. So a good month special. All players may compete in a friendly competition. Immediately deal each player 1 spoils card. If your party includes Leroy Jenkins, you receive 2 more spoils cards. The player whose card has the highest salvage coin value keeps them all. The player who drew this card shows first, then proceed clockwise. If there is a tie, those players draw another card until winner emerges. Losing players give their drawn spoil cards to the winner. You may draw another encounter card at no cost. At no cost in weeks. Okay, so let's just dig through here. We got some more spoils here, and then you can see a whole bunch of planes cards. I don't want to go through the planes cards too much because I feel like that might be these encounters I'm sure are a main story point as far as the that might be spoilers for the game. So I'm gonna there seems to be a bunch of them. So let's go through. Let's look at one more. So you can see this one's a lot more involved. The raging forest fire, environmental hazard, all this stuff going on. You got a success and a failure thing here. Success, you draw 1 action card. Failure, sustain 5d6 infected wound damage, and then you 5d6. Wow! And then you are delayed to receive a 2-week penalty chip. So you can see there's a lot of different stuff going on there. So let me sort through. This looks like this deck is primarily planes and spoils. Oh, check this spoils out. An ally. Check that out. I get Pat and the dog. Nice. Very cool. All right, let's see what's in this package here. All right, so we've got mission cards. Let's look at one of these. Territorial aspirations. Keep this card in your hand and do not read it out loud until you're ready to fulfill the objective. Your orders are to capture 2 resource locations, whether or not they are owned by other factions. After capturing the first of the 2 resources, place a mission special chip on and one of your faction chips there. If the first is recaptured by another player before the second is acquired, then this mission is failed. The OSC may be attempted after capturing the second resource. All right, so gonna have those. Here we got some mountain encounters, and there's some more plains. So I will say, you can see that the cards are actually fairly mixed up here. You kind of get a few of one, and then another one pops up, and so I'm going through and sorting these as I'm filming here, which is why you might be seeing some cuts, and that's a little annoying. But unlike some games, I believe Legendary Encounters Alien was the big culprit here. At least these are very clearly marked where they belong, and so it's not a huge problem to sort through. It just, of course, would be nice if all of the same type were together, but that really, in the end, isn't going to matter if this game ends up being really, really cool. So we'll see. But that is, But also, just so you know, so for the encounters here, the plains encounters, you can see a ton of cards there too. And actually looking in the book, it looks like there's 60 plains encounters, 49 for the mountains, 40 for the city and radiation areas. There's 40 mission cards as well. So there's a lot of content here in the form of these cards. All right, so just more spoils. Whoa, a whole bunch of spoils. Look at that. Oh, man. There we go. That is an entire deck of spoils. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we've got action, 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 action. Action Jackson. There we go. All right, so let's see what we got. A chemical solution. Play anytime on a party. Each of those characters heal 3 points of any form of damage. Act of God. This card trumps all others. It cannot be prevented by any means. Play anytime to cancel, negate an action card or to destroy any spoils card. Character card, NPCM, non-starting town, technology, or resource. Or play while a party is attempting an encounter or mission card. They succeed or fail your choice. Heist. Play anytime to steal all of an opponent's salvage coins. I'm Rubber, You're Glue. Play when an opponent plays an action card on you. That card affects the initiator instead. Nice. And you got intelligence operatives and decisive assault and buck passing and deadly blood feud, crossroads, Murph football bomb. That's cool. Help a friend in need, lucky charm, and extra sharp caltrops. Nice. One more deck here. Let's see what we got. One more package, I should say. All right, so this looks like turnover summary. Those are always good. Here's a city rad event, wasteland horrors, or encounter actually. Wasteland horrors, okay. And now a little bit back to our mixed up cards again. It's nice to have a couple of packages somewhere like that, but again, very clearly marked, so not a huge issue. But that is everything. Let's see, everything, nothing hidden, nothing hidden. Everything that comes in the box for Fallen Lands. So there you go, that's everything that comes with Fallen Land. Now, if you did like this game, be sure to check the link in the description below for where you can go and find it. And there's other ways to support the channel as well down there. And also, you can find these t-shirts over at Mr. Meeple. Find that link below as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, consider subscribing. And until next time, if you're bored online, bored offline.